Gute. New project. As you can see here, we have a new toy to play with. This is the EW4000S, electronic wind instrument from AKAI, AKAI, whatever. This is basically the predecessor to the other EW, the 5000S I already own. And I found a quite good deal on eBay, and so I purchased it. But it comes with a few challenges, I would say. I didn't try this out, it just arrived today in the mail. First of all, we are going to check if it actually works or not. Well, that will be a surprise. And then we have to clean it up because it's really disgusting. Really, it's really bad. I don't know if you can see this, but the mouthpiece itself, you see, that's not supposed to be black in there. No, that's white. And same here. There's all the stuff in there, and it's really gross. So you don't want to touch it with your mouth or whatever. So now the big question is, does it work? The EW4000 runs on 4 AA batteries. The EW5000 has an integrated lithium-ion battery inside. And yeah, in order to power it up, we have to feed it with batteries. I have a nice schematic in there. Here we go. Schematic, and you see, this is really, I don't know what people did with their instruments. Bah. Let's see if this works. Oh, that's nice detent on the springy spring. 2, 3, and 4. And then the cap goes on top of it. Righty. So I didn't have a look in the manual, but how hard can it be, right? So we have a switch here, and we put it from off into battery, and okay, seems to be. I click here to the buttons here, so those buttons seem to work, that's nice. Crank up the volume, click here and use the buttons up and down to change the volume, and obviously this just goes to 30. The EW5000 goes to 99, so this is not as loud as the other one. Okay, maybe not. So it's connected, that's good. This is latching, this is latching. Okay, as you see, I blow in like this. I won't touch this. Bah, never ever. Righty, that's good. We just confirmed that the device is basically working. So next task is to clean it up. So you may remember I already disassembled. You may remember I already disassembled the EW5000S to fix the problem with the latching sounds. And yeah, maybe we find some differences in this one, maybe we find some similarities. The biggest difference I see already is the inputs aren't here, there's no charging port, and the 6mm connector is here. Also, there are less buttons. There are less up here, and there's less buttons down here, because down in the 5000 we have the selector for the presets in here. Also we have a MIDI in. The EV5000 only features a MIDI out. That's something new. What's also missing is the connector for the strap. I have to come up with some idea to connect this. I think it was screwed in from the back, but it got loose and therefore there was something rattling in there. Ah, there it is. Anyway, and maybe the screw got loose and was lost and therefore somebody sold this device. Again, Alt game, see a screw, remove a screw, and we see where this will lead us. Another reason for me recording this, because then I have a guide to put it back together. Two screws. There are no more screws here. I started with the EV5000, so I have no idea how this plays and how it compares to the 5000. And I'm playing the 5000 for about a year now. Yeah, it's pretty much a year since I bought it. And I bought it because I wanted to start again playing saxophone, but living in a flat or an apartment, you can't just yank out your saxophone and start playing all over the place. You won't be the neighbor's favorite for long. And therefore, I just stopped playing. But that's not an option for a long time. And so I was looking around and I was quite skeptical about these things because it's like a piano player that switches to a keyboard. They are also skeptical, oh, this can't be the real thing and so on. But I must admit, I also play E-drums, and that's, yeah, it's not the same as playing the real things. It's a different instrument, right? You don't get that much expression out of it. You don't have unlimited sounds you can play. Ooh. But therefore you can play it with headphones, and you have different sounds. Look at this. Really, how can this be so crusty? You have different sounds. You can directly record it without any issues. Just plug it in. You can record the MIDI data if you want. Okay, you can do this with triggers as well, but I never played with triggers because that's again against the spirit. Get the irony? Yeah. Anyway, I think we are almost done. Oh, there are two more. I think I also have to disinfect the screws because they are really, what do they do? How do they get them wet, this wet? Come on. It's really rusty, these screws. I've never seen something like that in an instrument. It comes all apart. Try to grab the screw. It's also rusty. How can you get this stuff so wet? If it's anything like the 5000, then you have like two pipes in there. One is going to the pressure sensor that is telling the computer if you blow in there or not. And the second one just goes straight to the end and vents out all your air. So therefore there shouldn't be any issue with moisture coming out. Okay, that's the easy part. It's going up. Let's take those screws out as well. I think they are not connected to anything down there. if it's at least something like the other EV. There's no screw on this side. Ah, it's just a matter of force. So this is just a cover. Oh, it's not just a cover. It's also... Ah, these are the infrared sensors. Here's one and there's one. And therefore with them, if you get close to them, then you can pitch up and down, increase the frequency and decrease it. And therefore there's a little controller board down here. Other than this, it's just the usual grossness, but yep. I think later I will clean it up without you watching. That's not of interest, I think. Did they submerge it? There's a grossness line. Oh my god, I hope you can't see this. I really hope you can't see this, but this is disgusting. This is really, really bad. And I don't have any idea how to get in there. I will get another tool. 1 second. What the duck? I think I have to get a new set of screws, because that's not normal, is it? Basically, you are supposed to blow in here and not to put your saliva on the whole instrument. It's just working with air, not moisture. This is a screw remover. And the good thing about this is left threaded. So if you turn left, this will actually bite deeper into the screw and tries to remove it. And that's what we are going to try. No change, and this thing didn't bite, but I found out what was rattling in there. And as expected, these two Chinese screws were loose and rattling around, which belong to the U connector where you hook your strap in. But yep, that's gone, so I have to find another solution for this. I'm still trying to get this thing out. The lefty drill bit didn't work, and therefore I think there's no other way than to use a real drill bit and to drill it out completely. I don't know if it's good progress, but at least it is some progress. As you see, the red thing in there is the rusted screw. It's totally fucked. But all that's just holding it back together is this tiny nut down there, the golden one or the yellow one. I want to avoid to break the plastic down here that holds the nut, because I'm quite certain that this is part of the EV that won't be replaced by this thing. Therefore I wanted to cut the screw head, the head of the screw, to save the nut down here. Huh. Oh, what a pity. I actually almost removed the... now you're coming off here. Or maybe it broke. Okay, this is the bad screw. It's really rusty. That's what I screwed up down there. But never mind. This is the disgusting mouthpiece. Okay, the black thing wasn't mine, but there's still enough black thing in there. Oh, I didn't destroy it that bad. And they wonder why it didn't play, right? Look at this, isn't this a beauty? This is totally glued up. And again, just don't want to stretch this word too much, but it's still disgusting. As you can see, I scratched it a bit here, but the main screw is still intact. And I managed to remove the full screw that was screwed in there completely. This is still disgusting. Blah. Anyway, funny. You see this? There are all just seven ports in here, but actually it looks like there's a potentiometer down there also, so maybe we can upgrade it. Maybe, most likely not, but what do we have here? We have new screws. 4 screws, to be correct, 5. If we count the one on the right. So let's continue. Doobie-doo. Here we go. And there we go. Righty. Now we should be able to lift this up or out. We should be able to do something. I see 2 more screws, but they are okay. Okay, now I should be able to remove this. Ooh, be careful. Careful. This is the sensor for the vibrato, I think. So we don't want to mess this up, and it's all covered in WD-40. I wonder why. But there's no additional screw here, so I think we should be able to get this off here. Good. As expected, there was 1 screw that wasn't obvious, but I've done this before, but I didn't realize it again. The old mistake. Also, I did some digging and found out that in this device the battery compartment is a single unit. So you should be able to remove the battery compartment. The question I'm asking myself is, the battery box is here to provide the power to the PCB. And this means there must be a connector in there. So it must be connected somehow. This means that I can't just yank on it. I think I can't just yank on it and remove it. Because if I would do this, I would break the connection, and this would be bad. Yes, maybe I should find a new one. Ah! Okay, you didn't see anything, did you? I just pulled. And now I can't go any further because there are these mounts for the other screws. How do they actually think I should do this? Anyway, I think I have to remove everything. Okay, hope this wasn't permanent. And of course, you only have worked when you're bleeding. Okay, something seems to still be holding down, but we figure it out again. I don't think that they will do anything, but let's get them out of here anyway, just for good measure. Why would you make them structural? Come on. Right, so now, actually I think, oh, you're so stupid. See kids, that happens if you don't stick to your own rules. The rules were see a screw, remove a screw, see a screw, remove a screw, and didn't stick to my rules, got stuck in here. Alrighty, we see big mess up. It's again in the theme of disgusting. We also see it was a good idea to unplug this thing first, because it's still in there and would have maybe damaged it when I put it out. Seeing this gives me also the idea of maybe replacing the whole assembly with some 18650 and a charger. So I don't like to waste like the AA batteries for this. I prefer something I can recharge. Yes, there are AA batteries you can recharge, but in today's world I'm used to have a USB plug and plug the device in to charge it when it's needed. You see. Sorry for the rush, for the noise. You definitely see that this is a few years older than the 5000. They're all the big components and everything is so big on here. And I bet there's no SD card. So it's somewhere, there's a chip, maybe below here, that holds the sounds and the information. So what I definitely want to clean is those potentiometers. I have to clean this. And yeah, there's no way I will not take this apart. So I need your help now. Help me remember that those are the screws for the outer shell and these will be the screws for the inner shell. And again we start from the bottom. How are you connected? So you're one board which is connected down here and here. So basically I should be able to lift this up carefully, really carefully. There we go. Framing also is important. Is it coming apart? I think so. Yes, ginger carefully. And here we go. It's good. This is a long ass board, okay? Again, 1 and 2. All right. This looks quite nice. From 2006, so it isn't that old. And here we have the pressure sensor. And this piece of pipe looks quite good. There's some debris in there, but we get there soon. And what I actually wanted to do all the time is to get this thing out. Righty. Next thing is to remove the rollers, and I think they're just plugged in there, right? This is the roller assembly. This is the pressure sensor, as I told you before, so I should be able, maybe. Right? And this is a different diameter than the other one. It was smaller. Now we remove the thing for the buttons. Come on, where are you? Here. This is also an interesting board. It's plugged in here and here. So this will be interesting to get it out. And I think I should do it right now. Well, up. That was easy. I think this board alone is like 150 euros if you want to buy it. And we are almost done. The only thing left to do is... these are the buttons. Oh, that is nice. That is interesting. So you're telling me that I'm able to remove the buttons individually? Yeah, I think so. Whoa. Right. So these are the connectors, and as you see, there's no mechanics in there. It's just electronically by grounding you, connecting you to ground. Somewhere is the ground plate. Yeah. So this is the ground plate. Your body makes the connection between the buttons you're pressing, which aren't buttons, but these things, and the ground plate. And then the software will do its thing. Come on. And a few milliseconds later, or millisecond later, or half a millisecond later, you will receive your sound you wanted to create. Since this is electronically, you are not limited to these shapes. You can put anything in there as long as it's conductive. Could be a good job for a metal 3D printer. You have like some custom buttons in here. These aren't buttons, yeah, these are contactors, I know. But we know what I'm talking about. At least I know it. Righty. So once I've disassembled all of this, I think I'm going to clean it up. And I'm quite positive this is something you don't need to see. Because if you're able to clean your own room, you will be able to clean this as well. I have one last step in the cleaning process that I want to show you later on, after I degrossed it. So this is the last one. Nice, and it's also moldy. It's the theme, I think. We just put a big disgusting in there. Disassembling the most disgusting instrument ever seen. Here we go. And those are the buttons. And cut. I think I will call this a night, or an episode, or whatever you want to call it. I will clean it up by myself. You don't need to see this. This is boring. It's just water and scrubbing. And in the next episode, I will put it back together. Until then, thanks for watching. Have a nice one.